Hey everybody, welcome back to Know Nothing Garage. Today I have a pretty random project for you guys, but I think it would be valuable. It's something that I'm able to do for free with just scrap material and just help clean things up a bit. So let's jump into the video. So when I'm out here in the garage, I like to listen to music. So I actually have basically this little Bluetooth speaker that I've had for years, and I actually have a subwoofer that I made about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So between these two, it sounds really good out here in the garage. I basically, the subwoofer just plugs into the back and turns on, and yeah, just creates good music out here while I'm working on the car, working on other projects. The problem that you guys can already see is there's like a cable nest. So I need to clean that up, and so that is today's goal. I have this extension cord which I want to try and maybe mount on the wall just so it's a little easier, just some way to quickly hold it on the wall. It has our freezer plugged into it, so I have to keep that plugged in. But something quick and easy, I'm not sure yet how, but just get it plugged into the wall. And then I want to maybe create a shelf that maybe I put like right here or something with that speaker to set on. I think that would be pretty cool. And then I actually can show you guys, I have some leftover cable management track, I guess you guys can say. You can see this stuff. So we used this for the nanny cam, baby cam in the nursery. And so I have a bunch left over that we didn't end up using for that because it only needed about 6 feet of it. So I have this whole kit sitting here, so I should be able to use it to just help clean things up in that corner a little bit. So I also have a couple pieces of scrap plywood here. Looks like this might be the one that I end up using, and I can just make a little shelf with brackets off of that. So that is the game plan that I have today. Just a little bit of management, a little bit of optimization, whatever you want to call it, just to help get that stuff out of the way. It's going to be kind of nice to get it cleaned up. I also store the ladder over there, so having a bunch of cables all over the ground doesn't really help with the ladder because it gets caught on them. So let's get started. Okay, so I found the material I need to do this. This flexible wheel, I don't even know what it's called, this metal material. I have a couple rolls of it here you guys can see. Well, I just went in my scrap and found this piece. So this will actually be used to secure that plug hub into the wall. Let's see here. If this was the plug and this is the wall, I'm basically just going to bend it and create a bracket like that and screw it in. That is exactly what I was looking for. I don't know why I didn't think of it first. And then I have two just basic shelf brackets. I kind of have this random assortment of shelf brackets. So once I get that piece of plywood cut to size, I can just quickly secure it to the wall with this. So hopefully this project will go by very fast. Okay, so you guys can see it was pretty easy to get that mounted up. The reason I like this here is because this subwoofer does not have an on-off switch. It's purely powered by when it plugs in. So I don't want to always have it on. So I literally, every time I use it, I have to plug it in. Now, I can just come up here and plug it in, and then when I'm done, unplug it. So that makes me very happy. Also, this Bluetooth speaker has a little power supply that I usually keep plugged in as well. So in my cable management, I'll figure it out, but I'll probably do something like this, route it, and plug it in. So that makes me very happy that that is all done. now that I have that done, I can kind of figure out where exactly these cables need to be run to. All right, so you guys can see I have my little shelf here. A couple key pointers on this. One, I installed these brackets on the factory edge, not the edge that I cut, because if you look down it, you can see it's obviously never going to be perfect. Unless I used like an actual chop saw or something, that edge isn't going to be flat with a jigsaw. So I put the brackets on the factory edge so it'll actually mount up to the wall correctly. I just used scrap screws that I found in my supply. Just made sure that they were shorter than the depth of the wood so they wouldn't split through. And then you guys can see underneath this one there was actually a knot. And so it put the bracket in just a little diagonal. So I just took my pliers and just kind of straightened it so it'll be flush against the wall. So it's really as easy as that. The speaker weighs so little that I might just screw this into the drywall. Maybe I'll put in wall anchors just to have it, but I'm thinking it's probably just gonna sit like right there. And that's it. The only other thing that I might do in the future, if I don't like looking at it, is I might add a little stain on here, just pretty it up slightly, but I'm not really too worried about this. So I think I'm just gonna add it, I don't know, maybe like right there, and we'll just call it good. Okay, so this is my final product. It's not amazing, but it definitely, you guys can kind of get the idea. I'll probably clean it up some more later, but the nice thing is that this, I can take off and access the back, and then I can set it up here, which is nice. It runs into this channel, which kind of helps hide it. And then from there, this wire goes in the subwoofer, this wire comes over here. I wish it was a few inches longer, maybe I could have shifted this over, but this is actually an access panel, so if we ever needed to get to it, I wanted to leave this far enough away. So I think it works for now. The main thing was getting any cables out of the way of the ladder, and this pushes all of it to over in front of the subwoofer or on top of it. So that is really what the goal of this was. So that is what I'm most happy about. Nothing else should come over here at all, so I shouldn't really have to worry about it. So that is something that's just really quick and easy that anyone can do. It's really easy to clean up your space that way. Those cable organizers are great. You can get them in different sizes for different size cables. And now I have an easy way to play music in the garage. Keeps it up high so I can hear it better, and keeps those cables out of the way. So it's as simple as that. Like I said, I didn't spend any money on anything. I just had this stuff lying around from different projects. So that made it a lot easier. So I hope you guys liked this quick video. Please like and subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks, guys.